I once heard you say in an interview, reggae was a classroom where you learned social consciousness. What was it about reggae that heightened your consciousness?
So I grew up most of my years here, and I mean actually the last concert that Bob Marley did in Jamaica was done at Gerald Park, I think, and I heard it from here. Reggae has always been a part of my lived experience, in terms of like, you just saw Studio One vinyl under the house bottom. I mean, I'm sad that it's not something that we took care of, but my father grew up or allowed us to hear all the time Burning Spear. Reggae represented social justice for me. Reggae represented the voice of the underclass, and it was thrown into the public sphere by men and women who believed that through the music you could have social changes. I grew up in Jamaica where there was, I mean, we don't have welfare, so to speak. I mean, Jamal is the closest thing to something that felt like, you were doing something for poor people. And so reggae music became this advocate for social change. And I grew up in a household where lyrics, poetry, drama, music, lyrics were important. And so they became like barnacles. The words are things that I use to advocate for people, to talk about social conditions. Mighty Diamonds, I Need a Roof Over My Head, is something I say all the time when people question why I photograph the homeless community. I said I grew up listening to men talk about their conditions. And so reggae music have always been the platform that I use to advance a thought. For instance, I did an interview with National Geographic, and they were asking me, it's almost the same question. And I said to them, I don't see myself as a photographer. I see myself as a reggae artist that uses the camera to do the same thing that a Burning Spear or a Bob or a Pt.6. When I'm out photographing in communities in the Deep South, I take with me the words of Burning Spear or Mighty Diamonds or Bob. Cold ground was my bed last night and rock was my pillow, or I need a roof over my head. These are lyrics that have become pillars in how I walk out and see the world. Reggae to me is my Bible, or reggae music is my Bible. And I think the songwriters and singers have always been my prophet. I remember National Geographic asking me recently, how do I define myself? And I said to them that I'm a reggae singer that uses the camera. Purely because the lyrics that I grew up on in the 70s, 80s, Ballistic Affair by Leroy, I think was it Leroy Smart? Are songs that I still hear now, even at 52, and they have been my guide. I think without creating a them versus now situation, I would say that they're teaching two different things. And I don't think it is I don't think these are things that we'll figure out now what each genre or each type of music was trying to teach. I know that I can use reggae that I grew up on in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and I can see anthropology, I can see sociology, I can see my father spoke in parables, and he used lyrics from reggae music and the Bible as learning tools for me and my sisters as we were growing up. I do not find that I can do the same with nowadays music. However, the music does have a sociologic aspect to it. It tells you what's going on in the garrisons. It tells you how people are dressing, how they make money, which for me is just a different way of storytelling, but I do not find the same mythologies that I found in music from the later years. My job is to tell you in a frame, starting with a frame first, what the larger picture is. I can also use one person, or I can use 15 pictures. I think a songwriter or a musician has the ability to do the same thing. They can sing about their life, sing about one person, Johnny be good tonight, or they can go, let me sing about, I mean, one of the, believe it or not, one of my favorite lyricists is Vybz Kartel. Every song is a story. You can actually open up a whole story. And I find that both people have the ability to create images and to inspire people with just their craft.